punched the complainant twice, and bit the complainant on the chin, causing pain.
And then there are people, when they consume alcohol, they turn into the devil incarnate, especially when you're dealing with alcohol and a 3,000 to 5,000 pound missile that you're in.
Welcome to Bench Report Court Cam.
Is it Taisha Jackson? Taisha, Miss Jackson, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed for you.
Yes, Judge. The complainant and the defendant are in a dating relationship. On January 28, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a disturbance in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, who stated that she and the defendant were in a dating relationship and that she told the defendant she was drinking too much. The defendant and the complainant then got into an argument when the defendant punched the complainant twice and bit the complainant on the chin, causing pain.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do we know whether the complaining witness wants to have contact with her or not?
Looks like we attempted this morning, but we're able to get a hold of the complainant.
Okay. I want to do what the complaining witness wants. So until I know that she wants to have contact with you, I'm ordering you not to have contact with this person. Do you understand? Shh. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds. You understand? A protective order has been issued in this case. I would get to know it. If you violate the protective order, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. You understand? You know, in life, there are people that when they consume alcohol, they become very happy people. They're the life of the party. Everybody likes to hang out with them. They crack jokes. And then there are people, when they consume alcohol, they turn into the devil incarnate. Get a clue. When you drink, this becomes you. For now, though, no consuming alcohol or illegal drugs. You understand? Tell me, do you have an income? Do you have an income? Do you work? What do you do with yourself?
I do hair. I do hair.
Okay.
Work from hair from home.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like a court-appointed lawyer?
I can do a court-appointed.
Sorry?
Court-appointed.
You want one? Okay. I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. I'll have you meet with Fleischer for bond conditions, and then I'll have you take your signature box while I find your lawyer. Okay, ma'am? Please.
Right this way. All right, Fish, next is page 31.
Yes, sir. I'm sir guilty.
Ms. Bennett, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out the agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for one. You need to understand that this charge is going to go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's going to be there, you know, it's even there after you die. This is important because you ever get pulled over again, officers, all they do is they look at your background. And if they see a lengthy background, it's just not going to go well for you. It doesn't matter if you're falling down, piss-ass drunk. No, the mere smell of alcohol or dope, you will probably be looking at another DWI. What we're doing today, from now on, here in Harris County, you are facing, or in Texas, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand? No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. So if I were you, whatever you're going to do, don't get into a car because it's a humongous liability that you're in, a risk that you're taking. You know, what Max is asking me to do is to take off around $3,500 worth of fines and fees. You know, the idea is that we all make mistakes, right? But you can't keep making mistakes where you endanger other people's lives. It's not fair. You know, when it's so easy to hit one damn button on your phone for $30 to $40, you have a car waiting to take you anywhere you want to go on this. Do you understand?
Yeah, you said.
I want you to understand one more thing. It's unacceptable the way that you have been treating us here in court. You were ordered to get an interlock. You have not had an interlock since August. It's not.
Judge, you did have it installed. There was
If it's in lockout,
I understand. And there was a
it's as
issue with the money and all that. But yes, sir, we understand.
But you don't wait If
You
you,
communicated it with me, I didn't realize there was another option, Judge. And so I'm definitely taking the heat on that. So I came in to see if we could.
I'm not
remove
going to
it.
let you. You were old enough to know that if you're ordered to have an interlock and it's not functioning, you're going to upset a judge. Do you understand?
Judge,
Just,
I'm gonna have to speak on that one, okay?
Yes.
Because I definitely communicated.
Well, yeah,
I said I've been employed my whole life. When this stuff started happening, especially with the stuff with the other situation that happened going on, I let him know that I can no longer afford it. I didn't know there was another option.
And I neither. I told her we need.
but
And I
since
have not-
August, she's been in lockout, Max.
I have not drove, I Ubered everywhere I've been.
It's true.
I have.
And I helped her with that as well.
Yeah, yeah.
She has. She did. But it's,
So now I'm self-responsibility for it, and I just don't want you to think that I just deliberately disobeyed an order. I didn't have a choice, and I communicated it with him. I'm taking full responsibility. So for you to tell me that, oh yeah, I mean I am old enough.
If you
Now, I
see,
understand.
if you see and the lawyer has been notified and still nothing is coming of it, you got to come to court, you know? When you have an interlock, it's supposed to be operational. And when it's not, that's a bond violation and it's a continued one, you know?
I understand.
I'm
taking full
I'm
responsibility.
preparing you for the future, you know?
Yes.
Hopefully there is none, but you can't keep it.
Also, before all of this and the federal thing, she never been in trouble before. So this has been like.
No. I have an assault from 2010. I've got an ag assault in 2009. I've got a gun case in 24, you know? So it's not our first rodeo. It's not.
Okay.
And just,
She's like really upset about
the idea is we all make mistakes, like I told you, but don't make a mistake. I'm sorry. It's not a mistake. They're actions that you take, and you're old enough to know that actions have consequences, right? Especially when you're dealing with alcohol and a 3,000 to 5,000 pound missile that you're in. You could cause catastrophic injury, and that's what we're trying to prevent.
Understood.
All right. I am going to waive the fines and fees now, but you need to understand on a second offense, it's a minimum of $6,000 in surcharges and fines and fees if you pick up another DWI. So when people continue to make actions where they endanger other people's lives, it gets extremely expensive, not to mention costly with jail time. You understand? All right. The agreement you've worked out is 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement today, you can never change your mind. You can't say, well, I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know this. Once you plead guilty, it stays like this forever. Do you understand? You still want to do this? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? I'm going to find you guilty. I will sentence you to it. I'm going to waive your costs, your fines and fees. There is a license suspension that is attached to this. I am going to suspend your license. I'm going to suspend it for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck, man. Thanks, folks. Please see the clerk.
Thanks for watching. Stick around longer and click the highlighted videos to your right. See you there.